So a one world religion has to address the biggest secret, which has to be simple. Why? Because truth is always simple. And if we look at our diagram for chaos, we all want to be the source, unity, and we're all stuck here in chaos. And why we're stuck in chaos is that distance from equilibrium, which is giving away energy. And the way to get the source is acquiring energy. So if you read The Power of Silence by Carlos Castaneda, Don Juan talks about seers needing only one thing to ascend, which is energy. So obviously you're giving away energy here to get into chaos and acquiring energy to get back to what you are, which is potentially the source, and your link to the source is what shamans call intent, which you can visualize as a line of light coming into you, which links up with hyperinfinity in its one state. Now, how do we give away energy? That's quite easy. We have something called religion that is designed in some religions to give our energy away. The worst of the bunch, by far, is Christianity. We go to church, we pray to our God, giving away our prayers, giving our soul to God, which of course is our time-like scalar, via paedophile priests. It's well known Christianity is run by paedophiles, from the new Pope to his cardinals. Look at CNN reports. All the way down to paedophile priests, cardinals, whatever. All of these are buggering anything in sight, taking energy from them, because when you rape someone, the male takes energy from the female or the boys by anal penetration. So all of this is extracting energy to lower all the Christians into the chaos state. So any religion where you give all your energy, your soul, to a god, by definition is taking you into chaos. Any religion where you take energy lifts you up to the source. So in Buddhism, we give away all of our attractions to the world, all of our habits, everything that links us to the world. So we're giving away not our energy in Buddhism, we're giving away our chaos. So Buddhism, in its highest form, can be thought of as giving away chaos and going back to nirvana, where our chaos ego has been totally obliterated, to achieve nirvana, which is us entering the source as nothing. So Buddhism must be seen as a religion based in mathematical principles. Christianity, on the other hand, giving our soul, prayers, energy to paedophile priests who link us via the Pope, who's a paedophile, to God, is going the opposite way. Now in Islam, which has got shitloads of supporters, we pray to Allah 5 times a day. Why 5 times a day? A, B, C, D, E, which makes 5, to link us to the source. In Islam, we kill infidels, chaos entities, which of course brings us to the source. As long as we don't give our energy to Allah, remember, Muhammad was a prophet. He wasn't Jesus Christ, he wasn't the Son of God, he was just someone who was indicating the pathway to the source. So unlike Christ, oh, I'm the Son of God, you must worship me, give me your energy, oh, descend into chaos. So as you can see, Buddhism and Islam have factors which are conducive to moving upwards. You've got the A, B, C, D, E. You're actually praying to lift yourself every time you pray to Mecca upwards. Now in Hinduism, you've got a pantheon of Hindu gods. And when you get into the chaos state, the Kali Yuga, the state where all the universe, humanity, is possessed by evil, you slaughter them like dogs, the plunderers, using your white horse, which allows you to move through timelines to get to the timeline where the chaos entities are decimated, and your sword of psychic warfare kills them. So, Hinduism has the right answer. Similarly, communism, slaughtering the plunderers, not giving them energy, so that everyone is equal, is going in the right direction. Now, before all the Christians go batshit crazy, or you're just picking on the Christians, no, Christ attacked the plunderers who were money lending outside the temple, and Christianity was hijacked. So that the Protestant movement, which was the Reformation against Catholicism and the Pope, actually had its roots in this process. The Catholic Church, super rich, run by pedos, and we don't want anything to do with Catholicism. But of course, the entire Christian church has been hijacked and gone off the rails. But that doesn't mean that Christ, who talks about the middle place, down here for souls trapped, blocked by chaos from ever escaping, their spirit sucked into evil, that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with that. So what we're trying to do when we build a one world religion is look at the actual scientific processes that would underlie religion, and religion can be simply boiled down to escaping chaos and achieving the unity state, which must be the source. Simple as that. Doesn't take decades of preaching, praying to God, whatever. Anything where you give away energy puts you into chaos. Everything that gains you energy gets you back to the source. So now we're going to get controversial, because I like being controversial. Luciferians, who go around sacrificing people. All people are aspects of chaos. Read Castaneda's The Active Side of Infinity, Mud Shadows. They're all possessed. So slaughtering them, making them suffer, makes the chaos entity suffer, which by definition raises you upwards. And of course, in Luciferianism, we've got the pentagram, 5, which raises us. So controversially, doing bad things to people who are possessed actually raises us towards the source. Why? Well, if you go to Hinduism and Kalki, if everyone is possessed by chaos in the Kali Yuga, then doing good to people, which Christians are determined to do, is actually feeding chaos. And we see with our Neo, when Neo is actually trying to save Zion, which is the chaotic world, keeps the architect in place and stops it degrading into Agent Smith, which is chaos just going down, 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 till it destroys itself. So one can see that all of the white magicians in the world who are blazing their energy, were trying to get to the source and then feeding energy back into the world to save it. Feeding energy back in. Wrong way. White magicians should go up, up, up and keep on going. By keep on going, they leave a vacuum behind them which pulls other people behind them. No, because of their ego. No, we have to save the world. We have to be a Julian Assange or a Snowden or a Manning or a Christ or a Buddha. And blast our spiritual energy back at Greta Thunberg, another saint of our times. Or an Ocasio-Cortez, or a Talib, or an Omar. Or a Bernie Sanders. These are all modern day saints. Or Elizabeth Warren. All of them desperate to pump all the energy back into chaos, which in fact reinforces chaos and keeps it from degrading. So everyone who tries to save the world powers chaos, which isn't palatable, isn't pleasant, but is simply from the mathematics of nonlinear dynamics. Everyone who wishes to evolve and doesn't care a shit about anyone else pulls other people upwards. Good. So, white magicians who are totally selfless and couldn't care a toss about anyone else. Perfect. Once they turn back to save the world, they feed chaos and get crucified, poisoned, or Assanged. Assanged is a good new one. Microwaved, implanted, radionucleotides in their food, psychologically tortured, and then eventually supermaxed if they're unlucky. Now, black magicians, what do black magicians want to do? They want to get power. Oh, I want to get more power, more power, more power, more power. Oh, there we go. I've got all the power now. Oh. Do they want to help the world? No. Couldn't care a shit about the world, only about themselves. That's good. As long as they overcome their self-importance so that they don't interact with people who want to do them in, like trolls, in my case, NATO, MI5, the Rothschilds, you name it, everything in the West. Fuck you, I'm going. Bye-bye, swish, swish, motherfucker. Gone. By interacting, by trying to worry about the scum down here, they interact and dump energy in. No, okay, I'm off. Fuck you, I'm off. So, rather than black magic being bad, it's very good. Because we don't care a shit about dumping loads of energy from here back into here to keep chaos from degrading and turning into Agent Smith from The Architect. We don't care a shit. I'm fine. Fuck you. Similarly, once you've achieved this state, you keep ascending. The problem is, for chaos, that people follow power. So once one person has achieved this state, the rest start following. Why? It's the way humans are. They always follow after powerful individuals. You don't follow weak individuals because it's not the way of humans. You follow a Vladimir Putin or a Xi Jinping or a Donald Trump, or even, being super controversial, a Boris Johnson who led the UK out of the filth that is the EU. You don't follow someone who's weak like a Jeremy Corbyn. Or a Hillary Clinton. Or in the case of the Russians, Navalny. I know most of you won't even understand, but you don't follow weak people. Humans follow strong people. So as you can see, black magicians who can't care a shit about anyone else simply lead the flock upwards because they follow powerful leaders. And if the black magician has got rid of his self-importance, well, he doesn't care that other people achieve his state because of his example, and doesn't fight his enemies, but lets his enemies fight themselves, then success is assured. Now you might go, oh, you're talking about evil winning, and when you're good, you're giving energy to chaos. Well, it comes from mathematics. Because remember, religion has to be maths. If not, it's just belief. Believe me, little child, I'm your padre, and when I put my penis up your anus, you're linking up to God, because it must be good that you're being screwed by your priest. Bend over and suck this afterwards, because I'm holy and you're having Holy Communion. So, as you can see, that's normal Christianity. We know at least 5 to 10% of Catholic priests are pedos. Look it up. Look it online. I'm not making it up. These are the most holy people on the planet, according to your ideology. These are the highest white magicians. So, if you're a little kid, accept this and accept ascension. So, as you can see, something's wrong with this model. Now, with black magicians, we're only interested in power, and the only power that is real is achieving the source. So we've got the paradox that the only way for a black magician to get power is to achieve the source, which is something new to everyone. And in achieving the source, they're then free of chaos and can get even more power. But since they're the source, this is the kicker, they have to tell the rest of the race. You don't have to tell aliens because, I'm not part of alien races, so greys, reptiloids and the rest can go fuck themselves. But the rest of humanity need to be told, but since I'm a black magician, I want to do it in the most unpalatable way possible so we get the least number of people to follow me. Why? Well, because if I've done all the hard work, it's a bit of a bummer. Other people ascending on my coattails. But the truth is the truth. Now, as you can see, to achieve the source, we've got two state. Hence we come to the paradox engine, which is two realities which are completely different and in fact mutually exclusive. Why do we have a paradox engine? Because chaos is destroyed by paradox. For chaos, we need to have starting conditions which are unknown, which is all non-linear dynamics. Unless you've got perfect starting conditions, everything descends into chaos, the butterfly effect. But if you start with the paradox effect, stick a paradox into an AI, it goes mad. Bang. Because you can't be right and wrong simultaneously. So paradox destroys chaos. So the black magician, by definition, is a paradox. Couldn't care a shit about the rest of humanity. It's quite keen for the rest of humanity to be eternally tortured as the power source, but in fact saves them by revealing the truth in such a way that they follow, because he doesn't want them to follow. So the more you want people to follow you, the less they'll follow you. The less you want them to follow you, the more they follow you. Why? Well, you find a huge gold deposit, and you tell people, oh, there's a gold deposit there. I made loads of money. That's where I found it. Go there and find it. They go, why is he telling me to go there to find that gold deposit? I don't believe him. While the other one, I didn't find gold here. No, gold's not here. It's not here, and it's somewhere else. It's definitely not here. This is not where I found my gold. So this is not where you should search. See? Where will the people go? Will they go to, well, the gold's there. The gold's there. It's there. It's there. No, it's not there. I didn't get to become billionaire, trillionaire, quadrillionaire, get blah, blah, from here. It was there. Trust me. I wouldn't put you wrong, would I? So as you can see, humans go, we go there. So black magicians, by definition, are the unfortunates that get the human race to follow them, because they know that human nature, as it is such that no one in their right mind would point people to where they got all their riches from. While a white magician would go, yeah, I found all this lovely gold here. Come. Millions of people come, take it all, murder him, and off they go with their little bits of gold. So you can see why white magic doesn't work, simply dumps energy back into chaos. And why everyone follows a bastard, because that's the way humans are. We all follow ruthless leaders because that's the way humans are hardwired. And would you want your tribe led by a pussy like Jeremy Corbyn, or a belligerent like Donald Trump, who'll just murder anything in sight if it threatens him? Jeremy Corbyn, Donald Trump. Jeremy Corbyn, Donald Trump. Well, we're not going to fire our nukes at you. We're not going to do anything, but we're going to chastise you verbally. Or Donald Trump, I'll just nuke you till you glow. So as you can see, the whole paradigm of white magic is simply to power chaos. Neo, here I am. I'm going to save Zion. In fact, all it did was save the architect from Agent Smith that was degrading the architect. If Neo had simply done nothing, the architect would have got destroyed by Agent Smith, who then would have degraded, because chaos just keeps on going down, down, down until it vanished. And all the machines that were running the humans would have been destroyed by non-linear dynamics, chaos theory, the butterfly effect. Instead of which, achieve the source for a brief point, bring down unity to keep chaos from degrading. Now we go into your future, because we all like to go into your future. All of you are staring at your little mobile phones. My cameraman's got his little mobile phone there. We haven't shelled out big money for proper cameras, just a little mobile phone there. It's not even a modern one. Now, as you can see, chaos has a mathematical structure. 1 is 2 to the power of 0. Now, a matrix in mathematics, according to Van der Hooft, physicist, is a 2-dimensional space. So the descent into chaos starts with matricization. So reality, source, is turned into a matrix 2 to the 0. So above the 1, we've got reality. The next one, 2, is 2 to the 1. So here we're descending into matrix within the matrix. Next one, 4, 2 to the power of 2, matrix squared. Here, we've got 1, 2, yeah. So we go 2 to the 1, 2 to the 2, so our 4 to the 2, 8, 2 to the 3, 16, 2 to the 4. As you can see, we're matricizing, we have matrix within a matrix within a matrix within a matrix. And when we run out of hyperinfinity, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we plop off into chaos. So as you can see, the descent into the real world is descent into matrices. So Elon Musk and the rest of them are right that we're living in a matrix, or you are. And what causes the descent into the matrix is the loss of our hyperinfinity. We've got the 1 hyperinfinity and the 5 hyperinfinity we talked about, which are given away by worshipping a god and giving away your free will to an external god, which is the source of all chaos and evil that's done to you. So as one can see, the descent into chaos is matrixization. And hence 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, all powers of 2, matrix within a matrix. All done by losing hyperinfinity, giving away your free will to God to save you. So anything where you worship and give your soul away lowers you into chaos. Everything where you actually ascend and empower yourself moves the other way. Now with our high magic kit, there we are. We can have our triangle of art. So, which is outside the circle. Yeah, it's outside the circle. Keep these on. And what we do is call up the chaos entity inside the circle to feed off it. So what we're doing is actually feeding off chaos. So all of the Christians, all of the people that give their energy away, how do they give it away? Through their mobile phones, through their computer, which link them to the matrix. Everything that matrixizes them, we collect the energy. There we are. So we've got the totality of the chaos energy in our triangle of art. Why a triangle of arts? 3, 1, 1, 2, 3 from the Fibonacci series, which is the 4th term. So by definition, we're lifting ourselves up from chaos up here. And then we can feed off chaos to feed ourselves. We've got here our 2 crystals that come with the kit. First one, we then add 4th crystal to give us a negative torsion field, and a 5th one. So we're doing it all from above. There we are. Holding them simultaneously. We've now got 5 crystals. With a negative torsion field imparted and a positive torsion field to collect. And then we rip it out, pop. So we've done our 5. Remember we had the 5, A, B, C, D, E, here. A, B, C, D, E. So we've actually collected energy from the chaos force using our 2 crystals. Which then, of course, lifts our energy. And we call up again. Smaller now, do it again. Call up again. And again. And again. And it goes pop. Done it 5 times. Remember, we're doing the 5 up to the A. There we go. Now you see with the A bit, we've got the 2 to the 1. How do we do that? Well, you're in a big circle. Here we are. As you see, my cameraman's taped at the floor. Your 34 crystals, which is a ring, and the ring is tuned to turn the matrix once we've taken it back to the first matrix. Because remember, we've got matrix from the matrix from the matrix from the matrix from the matrix from chaos. So we had to start with our triangle of art to get us back to the primary matrix, because we're so far in the shit that without going up and feeding off the eagle, the strange attractor, Yaldabaoth, the Elohim, whatever you want to call it, there's no point trying to destroy the matrix because so many matrices down. So this thing, of course, the ring, burns the primary matrix. Why? Well, these crystals link us up to the fifth dimension. Wonder why the fifth dimension? Well, you've got A, B, C, D, E, so 5, think of it, 5 low rings, 5 dimensions up. And the ring, this is a 2-dimensional space, but if, which is the primary mechanics of a power ring, we twist the ring. How do we twist it? Well, simply put, getting a bit of paper. Oh, yeah, he's got a bit of paper for me. He's got a bit of paper for me. Bit of paper. It's got 2 dimensions. But if, of course, you twisted it, let's fold it, make it easier. Otherwise, it's going to be a pain in the arse. Not my arse, your arses, because I outsource my pain in the arses. So here's our ring. 2 dimensions, outside and inside. But of course, if you do that, we can go standard mathematics, start there, around, up here, round, back to where we started from. We get our so-called Mobius strip. So if you make a twisting in the 34 power circle, which of course got 16 to the 1, then our 2-dimensional matrix, which we need to get to by our first triangle of art of the chaos entity, which is so far above us that we might be 1,000,000 matrix levels below it, but the chaos entity is not the eagle, strange attractor, Elohim, whatever you want to call it. So that lifts us to here. We then use it, burn it 5 times to get us to the primary matrix, and then our circle, high magic circle, 2-dimensional, so twist it round, get our Mobius strips in, all the way around, and it will get you, if you go right round, if you draw a pen on it, you'll find the line goes onto every surface. It's a 1-dimensional, 2-dimensional shape. So this then lifts us to the 1 state, the circle. So our high magic kit, we do our invocation of the chaos entity, feed off it from higher dimensional space, That's it. So we got the 5, but the 1, which feeds off it. Do it 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See? And then the circle takes over with its Mobius strip inbuilt within, linked to the 5th dimension because of the piezoelectric effect or the Sergeyev sensor effect, lifting us into the 1 state. So we're boiling down religion into simple mechanics. This thing then, once you've done that, your circle, if you leave it in place, burns the matrix, which is the fuel and the chaos source. So everything's burnt below to power it, your ascension. So it's the opposite of the Wicker Man. Everyone else around you, who are all chaos entities, suffer for your ascension. While a Wicker Man like a Julian Assange or a Christ or a Manning or a Buddha suffers so the chaos entities, the multitude, can prosper and build their civilization and build a one world village and the EU and a one world government and a one world bank and a one world army, all ruled by the UN, ruled by the Rothschilds. Which hasn't happened. Why? Because yours truly's come along and fed off them. So as you can see, the one world government, one world bank, all based on the EU model, with no one being able to say anything because it's hate crime, and all the other bollocks, the woke and all the other shit, has been the fuel for my ascension. Using this technology. So just think of that as the chaos entity wishing to bring in the one world government, which is strange attractor. Everyone's chaotic, all feeding the few avatars of chaos, the Rothschilds that walk around possessed by the chaos entity, and everyone else is chipped and there's no money, it's all digital, one world army, all nuclear weapons in the hands of the UN, controlled by the Rothschilds, and everyone simply in the matrix because they're all implanted with nano chips up the brain and all linked to the World Wide Web. All the AI run from wherever. I think they want to run it from Israel. All running all of the wetware for chaos. Total matrixization. So as you can see, before this happens, yours truly comes along. Now, I fancy that. I'm leaving. All the rest of you, swish, swish, motherfucker, following Miley's wonderful video, you can all screw off. I'm fine. Bye-bye. Unfortunately, because I'm wandering off, the rest of the humans go, oh, don't fancy that. I like what he's doing though. So they sort of follow. No, go away, go away. I'm okay. Screw. No, we want to follow you. Why? No, go away. No, we want to follow you. No, go away. As you can see, you have the opposite effect. I don't want to save the world. I'm not interested in the world. I'm happy. I've made it, but it's real fun. You must admit, telling people the truth before you go, because they won't believe you, it makes it even more fun. So you can see the malicious delight I have in revealing the truth to the masses who won't believe it before I go. But unfortunately, because I don't want them to believe it, they believe it. If I was preaching to you, no, please believe me, this is the truth, follow me, I am the, they go, no, don't believe me, go away, get microchipped and nanochipped and follow Greta Thunberg and Bernie Sanders and the EU into absolute prosperity and whatever. Why? Well, because it's fun. I like laughing at you. Then, of course, they go, oh, no. So, as you can see, the more you try and push people away, the more they come to you, which is in the power of silence. Stalkers who don't care a shit about people are followed by everyone. Stalkers who love people don't get anyone following them. It's just the perversity of human nature. So with the high magic circle, once you've done that, this circle now burns the matrix and ascends you. So we're actually feeding off the matrix, which is useful. Now we go on to something called power rings. Oh, power rings are good. It's got to be good for the A-listers because they're all into bling. So, you might have noticed I've got shed loads of rings. Why? Because the rings in themselves have the Mobius strip technology, apart from other stuff, which we won't even mention. But let's look, going to the apex. We'll get this one off. There we go. Here we've got the new version of Sauron's ring. So I've been saying in my Camelot video, the only thing I wanted in life was to become Sauron, the Lord of the Ring. Now, of course, the original ring was burnt in Mount Doom. And you go, what? That's just fantasy. No, because remember, we're talking about complex number space. So the billions of people who've watched the Lord of the Rings film have been powering the 3 space of the ring. A ring that can actually give you magical powers. The original ring was destroyed in Mount Doom. But the template, all of the complex number space template, has been built by literally billions of people. You can be sure that loads of people who know about the Lord of the Rings film and Lord of the Rings books. And as we know from eye to the eye, you can put the 3 space of the ring, built by all those humans, into an actual gold ring, which will then give you eye to the eye, which will then give you the real number effect of the actual ring. Similarly, you can get everyone wearing a ring, having the ring archetype built in C space, ripped out of their rings, wedding rings, bling bling rings, watch rings, earrings, nose rings, the rings they wear around their necks, all ripped out to get minus eye to the eye, to delete from everyone wearing a ring. Which, as we know from the financial system, if you stick debt on people, you get richer. And the human race has created a ring which controls all other rings, be it Green Lantern's ring or any other magic ring from Wagner's huge long ring opera. So this burns the matrix, you got it on you, and of course gold is the archetype for money, which is complex number electricity, which is the 4 vector. We talked about linking up with the Montauk monster of the id, and everyone worships money. So the ring actually feeds off money and the financial system. So if you look at the West, it's in massive debt, running on debt, because it's powering the ring. All the credit's being drained out of the West and the monetary system by the ring. So you see why the ring's made out of gold. And of course, this is a 4 vector, which comes from Theodore Kaluza's theory, which only comes from light being gravity in the 5th dimension. It's 5-dimensional. And if you look at Castaneda's work, Magical Passes, which is a rather good book. Most of you won't understand why passes should be of any interest. But in humans, there's the left side, which is pulsing, torsion field. We talked about torsion fields. The right side, which is circular force. And the circular force keeps everything the same, just cycling round and round. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Empires grow, empires fail. We got the Roman Empire, then we go to other empires like the Ottoman Empire, then we've got the British Empire, now we've got the American Empire, going round and round. Pulsar ones, though, is the realm of magic, because you're into torsion fields. So that the Earth precesses on its axis every 26,000 years towards the centre of the galaxy, which is the pulsing force, away from it, circular force, towards the centre, pulsing force, away from it. And at 2012 we got into the pulsar force, which meant that magic became predominant in human society. So, of course, in order to combat this, the Rothschilds, the chaos force, built their CERNs, particle colliders, and all of their wind turbines, and all the other things that spin around in order to block it. So if in Brighton, for example, you've got loads of steel piles driven into the ley line that feeds into the UK via Brighton, with their 116 wind turbines to block everything but circular force, because they want to keep everything the same. But the ring, of course, was invented by Sauron in complex number space, in fantasy. But remember, we're saying now that fantasy can become real. And Tolkien said that the Lord of the Rings was based on reality. How can that be? It's just some little fairy tale. No, because with C space, H space, I to the I, psi space is reality and makes reality. So that the Sauron ring allowed Sauron to keep his magic when the Earth precessed away from the galactic centre where magic lies to moving away from it every 26,000 years, galactic centre, back. So the ring actually turns the circular force into the pulse force to keep magic going. Now we're in, at the moment, 2012, magic's full power, and the ring simply stops any of the Rothschild machinations, CERN, particle colliders, all their wind turbines, all their satellites spinning around, Elon Musk dropping loads of satellites into space to spin around, broadcasting EM radiation to keep us in a circular prison. All of that is transmitted into the pulsar force by rings. So it's vital that you stay within the ring of your high magic circle 24/7, because you're magical within it. Outside, you lose your magic. Within it, you gain your magic. Outside, you lose it. So, all of you should spend your entire lifetime in the high magic circle. Now, I didn't fancy doing that, so I got power rings. And the good thing is that the human race built in sea space power rings. Sauron's ring. Next one, of course, we got Galadriel's ring. There are three of them. One by Elrond, one held by Gandalf, and one held by Galadriel, which actually broadcast magic and allowed Galadriel and Elrond and Gandalf to broadcast magic, amplify their magic massively. So that's why we've got the three elven rings stuck into one. And on the left hand, so that all of the people married are sucked dry to provide me with the magic, all the married couples, their children, all sucked dry to provide me with the magic. So this is actually a magical accumulator using the highest aspect of humanity, a happily married couple that's trying to broadcast love and light, which have been going down into chaos. Remember, everything that you broadcast out into your children are chaotic, simply aspects of chaos, you're giving it away. No, I want that to produce a magical field around me. And then, of course, we've got the dwarf ring, 7 dwarf rings to give you all the money and jewels and all the other good stuff. So that's why the financial system in the West is crashing, because it's all been drained dry by the elven ring. Then, most importantly, we've got the ring race rings, the 9 rings, which were for men, which gave the men supreme power over other men. This one would be your Witch Queen of Angmar ring. Which a ring wraith would be your definitive vampire on the 7th finger, so you can actually broadcast this power over humanity using the ring wraith's ring. So as you can see, when you make things in fantasy, they can be used. Now, you might get Green Lantern's ring, power ring to save humanity, but luckily the one ring controls every other ring, so it doesn't matter that there might be other power rings like the Green Lantern's ring or Sinestro's yellow ring that runs on fear, Green Lantern's ring that runs on will. The one ring controls all other rings. That's how it was designed in the sea space of humanity. So that's good. We've got power rings that allow us to move out of the circle. Similarly, we've got a ring to run off this 5 of hyperinfinity. Sucks it all up. This is the 5 of the hay. Sucks it all up. So all the hyperinfinity given away comes back to me to lift me up. And all of the rings have the Mobius strip that converts the matrix into the one, all lifting you up into the one state. So as you can see, power rings, which might seem to be figments of imagination because of C space and H space, I to the I, and the power of observation that can collapse the quantum wave function, produce magical beings. And of course there can only be one Lord of the Rings, so the first person to reacquire the One Ring was destroyed in Mount Doom, but just before it's destroyed you can go back in time, collect the archetype, stick it in a ring. No one else can, because once you've got it, no one else can get it. That ring then controls other rings and the ability to burn the matrix. And once you can burn the matrix, you can be in the one state 24/7. And when the chaos entity, whose only purpose is to stick you into the matrix, tries to stick you into the matrix, once you stay in the circle 24/7, or are lucky enough to have a power ring, every time they try and matricize you, they simply burn themselves, hellize themselves, and push you back into the source. So as you can see, you can achieve the source once you know how, with absolute ease, and no matter what chaos throws at you, which is everyone else around you, you just get more and more powerful.